Hello everyone, welcome back to the Integrity Botanicals YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing and swatching the Fitglow Beauty Cloud Collagen Lip and Cheek Balms. Now I'm really excited to share these with you because I think the shades are stunning. They're a wonderful soft matte finish, and again, I just recently learned that they can actually be used on both the cheeks and the lips, so I think that is phenomenal. If you know nothing about them, the packaging does look a little something like this. It is this beautiful plum color. It does say Fitglow all around. Small size like a chapstick, but that doesn't mean that there's not a lot of products inside. There is 4 grams. On the bottom, you will have the shade name listed. There's no little color swatch or anything like that. And we've got how many? 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 shades. There are a total of 10 shades, one of which is just currently sold out and I don't know when it's going to be back in stock. So I'll include a swatch photo down below, but I'm just going to not include it in this video just so you all know. And I am, quickly, before we get into it, I'm going to be swatching all of these on my lips today. I know that you guys find that incredibly helpful, but if it would be more helpful for you to see it on a deeper skin tone, we do have that available on our Instagram, so I'm going to make sure to include that in the description of this video right here. So again, showed you the packaging. It's nice and simple. I love it. Easy to throw in the bag. Multi-use and a vegan formula, which I think Fitglow is pretty wonderful about. Now the big claim with this and a lot of Fitglow products is that it is skincare and makeup in one. So in here we've got a pro collagen complex, which of course helps with anti-aging. We've got ceramides and vitamins to help fight any environmental pollutants as well. Formula wise, I've already said quite a few times now that it is a soft matte finish, but it is incredibly pigmented, so a little does go a long way, specifically when you're putting it on the cheeks. When it comes to the cheeks, I actually like to warm it up with my finger before I go in, and again, it's gonna be matte on your cheeks as well, so I like to go in with a highlight or a little bit of a setting mist just to get that more skin-like effect out of this, but it's not a flat, dull matte, and it is also slippery, so it is able to be blended onto both the cheeks and the lips, which I think is wonderful. So let's just jump right into these swatches, shall we? The first of which is the shade Happy. Happy is really pretty. I think this one I'm gonna like the best on my cheeks, and it is just this more pale pink, but it's a little rosy. It's got a little bit of warmth to it, and that's why I think it would be so beautiful on the cheeks. Then we've got the shade Glad, and Glad is described as a pale plum, but it's really quite cool toned, but it's definitely got that purple in it. So on me, I definitely need a liner with this. I just find I get like a little bit washed out, but the tone of it is very, very, very unique. So I was excited to see that one in there, absolutely. Then we've got the shade Alina. Alina is one of my absolute favorites. It is described as a coral, and while it definitely is a coral, because a coral is a mix of pink and peach, this is definitely more peach focused, which is why I absolutely love this. And again, another fantastic one to use on both the cheeks and the lips. Great for when you're on the go and you just need a little bit of color on your cheeks. Blush is like the #1 product I bring with me to touch up, as well as powder, just because I think it gives you some life back, so that's great. Then we've got the shade that I'm wearing right now. I love, love, love this one. This is the shade Beat. And Beat is a mauve toned plum, so it has a similar tone to that Glad shade. It's just more wearable and quite a bit more warm. Again, I will have them swatched down below for you just so you can compare them to one another. This one I love, especially in the spring, summer. Then we've got the shade Buff. They've got some incredible nudes. This one is definitely one of them. And Buff is described as an earthy beige, and it's definitely that. So earthy in the sense of it's got a little bit of brown to it, but it's not too deep and dark. I think this can make for a really beautiful sort of 90s lip. If you're into that sort of thing, that would be perfection. Then we've got a little bit of a deeper shade. This is the shade Spice, and Spice is very similar in tone, quite a bit more warm, kind of like a toasted peach with a little bit of beige. I think that's a pretty accurate way of describing it. They describe it as a rosewood brown. And it's definitely that. It's like got that nice rosiness to it. This would be the perfect lip liner shade, actually. Then we've got the shade T. T is gonna be the deepest of the three. It's more of a caramelly color, so it's gonna be a little bit more rich. If you have a deep complexion, this is going to be a wonderful everyday nude lip for you. Then we've got the shade Ruby. Ruby actually reminds me a lot of Ruby Woo from MAC. Ruby Woo from MAC and this shade are both very cool toned blue based reds, which are incredibly flattering on everybody. They make your teeth look really white. It's just a true classic red. This one I didn't do the best job applying because as you can see, they are flat like a chapstick. I would go in with a lip liner with these, absolutely, and Fitglow does make some great ones, so I will link those down below and my corresponding video because I have reviewed those guys. And then finally, we've got the shade Port. You guys know I don't really wear this shade, but it is a beautiful blackish plum. I mean, it is rich and dark, but again, very, very blendable. So if you wanted to treat it a little bit more like a stain on the lips, you could absolutely do that. And then that would be a little bit more my speed. Another one that I would definitely use a lip liner with, and something that I want to give this one credit for, is purple usually can be very patchy, especially in Green Beauty, especially with these dark of shades. Once you go over it twice all over the lip, it is even, it is beautiful, and it is perfect. So fantastic, fantastic formula on these. The one thing that I would compare them to is absolutely the 100% pure Cocoa Matte lipsticks. These are significantly less drying. These actually are quite slick on the lips, so their pigment is really what is allowing them to have that longevity on your lips as opposed to how dry they are on the lips. So I really appreciate that, especially as someone who has dry lips like myself. I want to talk about these now in the spring, summer, not only because they are a newer addition to the website, but that matte formulation I find is one that a lot of people gravitate towards, especially if you've got more of an oily complexion or something like that. It's a nice way to balance it out, or a nice bright punchy lip with next to no makeup on your face is just a good go-to classy chic look. So these are the latest and greatest from Fitglow, the Cloud Collagen Balms. Again, both used on cheeks and lips. There's quite a few shades that I'm excited to use. I was wearing one earlier, but I did a little bit of a makeup change and I actually really liked the way that it went on my skin. I didn't find that it was too hard to blend or too pigmented, but again, use the warmth of your finger, because if you go in straight, it's just a lot of product and a little bit goes a long way. I would rather build something up than have to cover it again, especially if I'm in a rush or anything like that. So that is it, everybody. I really hope that you found this video helpful. If you would please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe. I upload new videos here every single week. I don't want you guys to miss them. If there's anything else from Fitglow or other brands on the Integrity Botanicals website that you want to see swatched, please definitely leave a comment down below. And while you're down there, make sure to check out all of our social media channels. We are everywhere. That way you keep up with us and get little reminders when new videos go up and things like that. So, of course, I'm gonna have the swatch photos, I'm gonna have direct products links, and a full ingredients list for you down below. So that is it. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you so much for all the consistent love and support. And I will catch you guys in my next one. Bye.